John Wayne, the legendary Duke, was more than just an actor. He was a symbol of American strength, resilience, and rugged determination. In an era when movie stars were larger than life, Wayne stood tall, defining Hollywood's golden age with every stride, every drawl, and every unforgettable performance. But behind the iconic cowboy hat and commanding screen presence was a deeply layered story of ambition, wealth, heartbreak, and fading glory that many never truly saw. From his towering success to the eerie silence of an abandoned mansion, this is the remarkable tale of John Wayne's life, legacy, and fortune. Stick around, because this is one ride through history you won't want to miss. By the time John Wayne passed away in 1979, he had built an empire, not just in fame, but in fortune. His reported net worth at the time of his death was around $7 million, which would equate to about $25 million today when adjusted for inflation. Some experts estimate that when considering royalties, real estate, and the continued value of his brand, Wayne's legacy could be worth closer to $50 million. That immense wealth was no accident. Wayne starred in over 170 films during a career that spanned more than 50 years. For over 3 decades, he was among Hollywood's most bankable stars. By the 1950s and 60s, he was commanding not just high salaries, but also profit-sharing deals that dramatically boosted his earnings. His strategic contracts allowed him to earn a percentage of box office revenues, a rare move at the time that paid off big. Wayne's roles in cinematic masterpieces such as Stagecoach, 1939, The Searchers, 1956, and True Grit, 1969, the last of which won him an Oscar, brought in hundreds of millions at the box office. By the end of his career, his films had grossed more than $500 million worldwide. But Wayne wasn't just a star, he was a smart businessman. In 1952, Wayne founded Batjock Productions, a move that gave him creative control and a larger share of the profits from his projects. It was through this company that he produced The Alamo, 1960, which he also directed. The creation of his own studio further secured his wealth and influence, allowing him to shape not only his image, but also the business of filmmaking. Even in retirement, the cash flow didn't stop. Wayne reportedly earned around $100,000 annually in royalties, equivalent to $350,000 today. Beyond films, he invested wisely in oil, cattle ranching, and a chain of restaurants, creating multiple revenue streams that supported his lavish lifestyle. Born Marion Robert Morrison on May 26, 1907 in Winterset, Iowa, John Wayne wasn't born into wealth or fame. His family later changed his name to Marion Michael Morrison when they gave Robert to his younger brother. Searching for a better life, the family relocated to California, settling first in Palmdale and then Glendale, where Wayne's father worked as a pharmacist. Young Marion stood out early. At Glendale Union High School, he excelled in academics, football, and even the debate team. His athletic ability earned him a football scholarship to USC, where he began studying law. But fate intervened. A surfing accident shattered his collarbone and ended his football dreams. Losing his scholarship forced him to drop out of college and look elsewhere. That elsewhere turned out to be Hollywood. Wayne took a humble job at Fox Film Corporation, working behind the scenes as a prop boy and extra. His life changed when he caught the eye of famed director John Ford, who saw potential in the tall, rugged young man. In 1930, director Raoul Walsh cast Wayne in the lead role of The Big Trail, one of the first outdoor epics filmed with sound. Although the film flopped financially, it set Wayne on a path that would soon make him a star. His true breakthrough came in 1939 with Stagecoach, again under the direction of John Ford. Though financiers were initially skeptical, the film was a box office hit and catapulted Wayne to stardom. When World War II erupted, Wayne, already in his 30s and a father, did not serve in the military. Still, he supported the troops by touring bases with the USO in 1943 and 1944. His performances brought joy to soldiers across the Pacific. Behind the scenes, Wayne was quietly involved with the Office of Strategic Services, OSS, the precursor to the CIA, gathering intelligence on military operations and morale. His career continued to skyrocket throughout the 1940s and 1950s, with hits like Red River, Flying Tigers, Sands of Iwo Jima, and The Quiet Man. In 1969, he won the Academy Award for Best Actor for his unforgettable portrayal of the grizzled, one-eyed lawman Rooster Cogburn in True Grit. Wayne's final on-screen appearance came in the 1976 Western The Shootist, where he portrayed an aging gunslinger facing his final days after being diagnosed with cancer. The role was hauntingly reflective of his own reality, as Wayne himself was secretly fighting a battle with stomach cancer, the very illness that would later take his life in 1979. This striking parallel between the character and the actor added a layer of emotional depth to the film that resonated with audiences and critics alike. The Shootist was not only a fitting farewell to Wayne's legendary film career, but it also became a powerful reflection on mortality and legacy. The film was praised for its moving storyline, strong performances, and respectful treatment of a Western hero's final chapter. Renowned critic Roger Ebert even listed it among the best films of the year, cementing it as one of Wayne's most memorable and poignant performances. With his success came luxury. One of Wayne's most iconic homes was his Newport Beach mansion, nestled within the exclusive Big Canyon community. The 4,500 square foot estate was a private retreat far from the chaos of Hollywood, featuring 3 spacious bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, a grand library, and a backyard with a sparkling pool. The house embodied elegance and comfort. Most striking, however, was the view. Lush green fairways from the Big Canyon golf course stretched out beyond the backyard, offering serenity and beauty. After Wayne's death, the property went up for sale in 2013 for nearly $4 million, but eventually sold for just over $2 million. Still, the home remains a lasting symbol of Wayne's grandeur and status. But not all of Wayne's properties stood the test of time. In Los Angeles, another of his former homes tells a much darker story. Once a mid-century jewel, the residence now sits abandoned and decaying. Its faded elegance is a haunting contrast to the glitz of Newport Beach. From the outside, cracked walls and peeling paint hint at decades of neglect. Inside, it's as if time stood still. Vintage furniture, old appliances, and dusty TVs remain untouched. Leaves cover the floor, vines creep through windows, and parts of the structure are beginning to collapse. The house is a sobering reminder that even icons fade, and opulence can turn to ruin without care. John Wayne's personal life was just as eventful as his film career. He was married 3 times and fathered 7 children. His first wife, Josephine Alicia Sáenz, came from a wealthy Spanish family. Together they had 4 children: Michael, Mary Antonia, called Tony, Patrick, and Melinda. After their divorce, Wayne married Esperanza Bauer, a Mexican actress. The marriage was rocky, with accusations of infidelity and constant tension leading to an eventual split. His third and final wife was Pilar Palete, a Peruvian beauty. They had 3 children together: Isa, John Ethan, and Marissa. Though Wayne and Pilar eventually separated, she remained an important presence in his life. His son Ethan followed in his footsteps, acting in a revival of Adam 12 and making appearances on shows like Pawn Stars to authenticate memorabilia from his father's legendary career. His granddaughter Jennifer Wayne, daughter of Isa, found her own fame as a member of the country music group Runaway June. Though he died over 4 decades ago, John Wayne's legacy remains powerful. His face still graces posters, his voice echoes in classic films, and his values, courage, loyalty, patriotism, still resonate with millions. Perhaps the most powerful symbol of John Wayne's life is found in the contrast between 2 of his homes: the luxurious estate in Newport Beach, where he spent his final years, and the silent, abandoned mansion in Los Angeles, once full of life and fame. This striking difference tells a deeper story, one of incredible rise, legendary triumph, and the quiet passage of time that spares no one, not even the most iconic figures. While one home represents his lasting success and the comfort he earned through decades of hard work, the other serves as a quiet reminder of how fame and fortune eventually fade. Despite this, John Wayne's legacy remains untouched. His influence on film and American culture continues to inspire, and he is still celebrated as one of the greatest legends to ever emerge from Hollywood. His story lives on, far beyond the walls of any house he once called home. From silver screens to silent halls, The Duke's story is one of grit, glory, and a legacy that lives on.